All right. Welcome back to Waste Some Time with Jason Green. I am Jason Green. This will be an interesting experiment. Is anyone going to watch this? It's 3 in the morning, St. Louis time. And I don't know what time it is in other parts of the world. Maybe it's 1 o'clock in Vegas. Anyway, I'm having really the day at night from hell. And I thought that I would share it with you. So, starting at the beginning, I was in New York City. Well, before that, well, anyway, first of all, I should do the intro, right? For the millions of people watching. I'm going to tell you why I'm stranded in St. Louis right after this. Just wanna waste some time with you. Sometimes it seems too good to be true. Nobody out there to waste time with you. So I was in Canada with Stephen Pearcy, and after that, I planned a trip to New York. My parents aren't getting any younger. I'm not getting any younger. And look, there was a lot of cool filming location videos to do in New York City. And so I took the trip. And Blasso Ice and his family, they were there as well. And we were all having a nice time. And boy, did I make some great videos. You're going to really like these. But unfortunately, I wanted to stay another day. But it felt like it was time to get home. And hotel rooms started getting incredibly expensive in Manhattan. And so I decided to go home. Right? That's what you do at some point. You go home. I'm trying to find, hold on 1 second. Don't go anywhere, folks. Okay. So I could see your comments. Anyway, so got to the airport, and I guess there was a little, I don't know, I guess there was a little, this is what the airport looks like in the middle of the night, by the way. And so there was some lightning. It rained a little bit. But the delay, I was supposed to have a 3:30 flight. I got to the airport at 1 o'clock, and it was terrible. Um, the delays just kept going and going and going, and hotels were crazy, and they certainly weren't offering one act of God, as the kids call it. And I get out of this. So these guys can clean. I'll go a different direction. Um, anyway, so yeah. Remember, it's late and I haven't slept in, 24 hours. And so it was, flight kept getting delayed through 3 flight. We probably took off after 11 p.m. or so, something like that, and got here around 1 in the morning. Now, originally, the plane we were on was going to stop here, get people off, get more people on, and then go continue to Vegas. But that was canceled. And so they said the best thing they could do was put us on a 6:15 a.m. flight. Um, and so here we are. Um, it's 3 o'clock now, and flight leaves at 6:15. And anyway, I don't really want to sleep. I mean, I should, but I'm already miserable. Oh, well, here's a super chat. It's nice. That'll cheer me up a little bit, right? This is Jeff. Down is up. We started here by safe travels. Thank you for the update. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. We're going to do a formal show later that's good. If you're in the airport at night, though, there's not many options. They have this pizza machine that you make a pizza in 5 minutes. And they've got some salads in a jar. And other than that, there's not much options. This is the first time I've ever seen it, but the security has. Why am I not seeing this? Oh, wait a second. I think. I don't know. What the fuck is going on here? Hold on. Talk amongst yourselves. Maybe I'll just do it like this. All unattended bags will be confiscated. All right. Let's say hello to people watching. Can you tell I'm broadcasting? Mitch. Hi, Mitch. Thank you for saying hello. Rod Campbell. Looking good, buddy. Walking Dead kind of up sucks. Yeah, it's a little Walking Dead. Martha, I will be lying on the stinky airport floor with you, Michelle. Yes, thank you. Michelle is laying on the stinky airport floor. Is Johnny around? Oh, maybe he could host the show. Uh, Sorry to hear about your ordeal. Hope you, Michelle, get going soon. Thank you, Tina. Henry, it says it's currently 2:06 where he is. All right. Well, we had a few people talking, right? Um, so I'm so beat. Jimbo and Josh from NZ. I'm going to guess that's New Zealand. Anyway, so what happens is when we landed, they tell everybody security is closed, and that's it. That's it for the night. You can't come in here anymore. You can leave, but you can't come back until morning when they open the security. It's 4 a.m. in Maryland, and nice keeping you company. Well, I appreciate that. Synchronicity. Thank you. I'm trying to get hold of how to do all this. Anyway. Um, so anyway, airport's closed, and there's other people who got bumped. This lightning thing in New York was bad, and most people missed their connecting flights. I haven't seen a ton of people here. I mean, I'm not looking at every corner, big airport. Maybe there's 50 to 75 uh, displaced people as well. Most are sleeping or they're trying to find higher ground, and otherwise it's just people who work here cleaning Zambonis and things like that. Um, as I said, later there'll be a proper show. It's unfortunate that I couldn't release a video this morning. Just haven't had a chance to edit. The trip to Canada was fantastic. I had such a great time and great view. And I went on boats. I saw the falls, over the falls, under the falls, in the falls, around the falls, and I believe there was a surcharge for every one of those things. Anyway, I said, I got some time to kill. Let's see who's up late at night and feels like chatting, and that's where we are. I'll probably delete this. No one will probably ever see this episode. But in the meantime, it is what it is. I mean, right now, it's probably 2.5 hours till boarding. So for my own sanity, I've got to kill some time and try to get moving, try to get back to New York. Here's Green Eyed Girl. Uh, Hi, Chase and Michelle. Sorry to hear you're stranded and we'll be up all night. Thank you. Up all night, sleep all day. Bloss dodged a bullet. He was supposed to be here with us. Uh, this is Jeff. Hey, Jeff, thank you for the super chats. Much appreciated. Jason, you were in my neighborhood at Forest Hills High School. I wish I would have known. Great pictures. It's so crazy. I posted some stuff from Forest Hills High School where I was visiting to do a video about the Ramones. I'm doing a video about the Ramones in New York City and also one about the Ramones in California. I'll put that out soon. And anyway, and it's funny how many people live in areas where I was. This morning I was at the Daily Planet, which is actually the Daily News building in New York where they filmed Superman and Superman 2. And someone told me in my comments, I work in that building. And so it's funny how that happens. Try to, West Coast Ronnie, nice to see you. Try to get a coffee or energy drink. It'll help. I don't really mess with any of that. I don't really mess with caffeine too much anymore. So It's going to be all natural. And this is Nick. Nick, I found your channel in April this year. Love the vlogs. Best wishes on the setback travel. Thank you, Nick. Appreciate that. I'm not here to complain. Hey, there's Sean Clark. Are you on your way home? Finally, yeah. Finally, I'm on my way. Sean, I'm sure you've been through tons of these situations too. There was lightning. It wasn't really airline's fault, but no flights were getting, no flights were getting out. And the only move we had was to take the 6 a.m. Now, I could have got a hotel here in St. Louis, and that would have just further dragged it out. And, all I know is I don't want to be here any longer than I have to. So, yeah, well, Blake says, glad we could waste our morning together. It's interesting to see who's up at this time. For Sean, it's probably 1 in the morning, 2, 1. Yeah, I think 1 in the morning. And, but anyway, yeah, it's been an interesting trip. Glad Canada treated you well. We're pretty friendly and happy. We're only pissed off about the Stanley Cup because of Florida. Oh no, everyone was great. Everyone was nice. The place treated us really good. The show was good. And yeah, let's see. But yeah, this airport in the middle of the night is not the best. Hold on. The show says, I see the sign for travel. You should go and try to get to sleep in there with Jesus. I did think about it. It's funny, Sean, we think alike. I saw the chapel sign too, and I figured there's got to be nobody in there. It's got to be the best spot. Wolf, thank you so much. Good to see you. I mean, I wish it was under better circumstances. Ron Jeremy, back from the dead. Thank you, Ron. I'll try my best to stay safe. Yeah, it's it is what it is, right? We'll make some conversation and we'll see what happens. But and I've had these experiences. All right, Sean would like me to check out the chapel. Why not? Let's go. Let's go see what the chapel's like. Let's see. But yeah, I mean, I've had these delays many times in many cities. I don't think I've ever had to do this kind of overnight. I don't think I've had to do this. It feels like a hospital here. That's what it feels like. They're getting the Starbucks ready though. Let's see here. Hopefully the chapel's nice. Let's see. Yeah, but there's not too many people. I mean, you get stuck in a city. St. Louis isn't the best one. Really, the problem was it just took 4 hours for us to get to Buffalo from Las Vegas. Direct flight, rare. But here, it took me 2 hours from LaGuardia in New York to get to St. Louis, spend the night here. And then it's 3.5 hours from St. Louis to Las Vegas. And that isn't fun. Isn't fun. Not fun at all. So this has really, in some ways, been the trip from hell. I mean, saw cool places, met cool people. I got tons of video. I mean, I went deep. I'm in deep. I made a video about Hero at Large filming locations. I mean, does anyone actually remember the movie Hero at Large? I did good. I mean, I found places that were insane. And then I did Buffalo 66 filming locations. Another one that I don't think anyone was going to. Where did the chapel go? All of a sudden, there's no more chapel signs. Hold on. I need to pray. I see restrooms and family assist. Sean remembers. I knew Sean would remember at least. Yeah, John Ritter. It's 1980, and they were trying to cash in on his fame from Three's Company. There is a lactation suite. I mean, I suppose I can go in there. right? Lactation suite. It's beautiful, by the way. Look how large this lactation suite is. I've had hotel rooms smaller than the lactation suite. Oh, there's the sign for the chapel. It's to the right. Buffalo 66. Yeah, Vincent Gallo movie. We got to Buffalo, and I said, wait a second, could they actually have filmed this there? And then I went on to a mad Buffalo 66 chase. And then, and Sean knows this one, I saw the exit for Blairstown, New Jersey. And I knew right away Blairstown, New Jersey was where they filmed the first Friday the 13th. And I had to get off and go to the Blairstown diner and buy merch. This is where we're going. The chapel is all the way down here. And well, we got a chapel. We got then animal relief area, which is always a relief. Let me put my glasses on so I can see where I'm going. Lisa said she's a lactation educator. You know, when you do these shows late at night, you start to learn about people. Who would know that Lisa was a lactation educator? All right. Look at this. Hannah Lane says, love Buffalo 66. Such a good film. I tell you one thing. I thought me and Johnny Monaco were the only people who liked that movie. I thought he called me because you got to go see Buffalo 66 after I had done it. The locations. I knew him and I liked the movie. And I said, either you love it or you hate it. It's not for everybody. I'm back. I mean, at least down here, the only people around are people who are working and cleaning. It doesn't seem like the worst job. And Jeff down is up. Thank you. Jeff is supporting this horrible late night effort. I was in the crowd scene and here large in front of the Elmhurst Theater. Great John Ritter film. Now, how crazy is this, right? Jeff, I went to the Elmhurst Theater, and it was called the Elmwood at one point in the movie, and it was in Elmhurst, but I went there. It's a church now. And in that scene, for anyone who's watching who doesn't know about Hero at Large, essentially John Ritter's an actor. He's not getting a lot of work. And he dresses up as a character named Captain Avenger, and he goes to premieres and openings, just like 50 other actors, one at every theater, and he signs autographs and things. And he goes into a store, what we call a bodega, and he's trying to get some milk. Store's closing, but they let him come in and get his milk. Store gets robbed. He's in his costume, and he saves the day. And Sean, this chapel couldn't be further. I think it's in another state. But and then John Ritter sort of becomes a superhero, but the city tries to cash in on this and has them do fake crimes. They've got rocking chairs. So anyway, but in one scene, he's at a premiere, and Kevin Bacon is one of the people. He's uncredited, but comes over and sort of makes fun of him. But I went to that theater. It's drastically different now. As I said, it's a church. It's called the Rock and Roll Church. And anyway, but it's in the video, and so is the store that gets robbed, and so is the house. And spoiler alert, at the end of Hero Large, he leaves his apartment and he goes to a burning building. And I will tell you that burning building, where it would have been, the burning building's on a set. It's the Friends apartment, though. He walks past the apartment from Friends. I think Ron Jeremy was a doctor in the movie. Ron Jeremy was in Ghostbusters. He's an extra in Ghostbusters. I went by the Ghostbusters house. And by the way, if you needed a chapel, you got to walk 3 miles. I mean, if I really had to pray, and I might, I'd be beat. See what kind of vending we have. Some kind of. I mean, it's not a bad selection. Could be worse. Now this thing's not working. Let's see if the chapel. What if they close the chapel? They don't close the state of Florida. I know they don't close the state. Anyway, hold on. What's this? This is Josh. Hi, Jason. Sorry to hear about your delays. It's 9:15 here in Liverpool. Have a safe journey with Michelle. Thank you so much. Where's this next one here? Super chat. Thank you. This is Green Eyed Girl 8. How was Vamped and Niagara Falls shows? Did Johnny wear a disguise? Looking forward to the next Tour Diary episode. Safe travels. Here's a little cash for the breakfast fund. Well, thank you so much. Very nice of you, Green Eyed Girl. Johnny Johnny did not wear a disguise. He did go to the show. The show was great. Jakey Lee was there. A lot of other cool people. I think we're Chapel's got to be around here somewhere. Hold on. Thank you, Jimbo. Well, live Tory 15. Yeah. Thank you, Jimbo. Appreciate the super chat. Oh, here it is. All right, guys. You, Sean asked, and here it is. It's interfaith, just so you know. So, could it be open? That's the question. Well, there's somebody in there. I don't. Somebody else had the idea, Sean. Somebody else decided to pray. They don't look like they're completely addressed, but it doesn't look like the most impressive chapel. It looks like a small room. There is a staircase that goes. No, maybe it's not a staircase. It looks like a hospital waiting room, but there's a person in there, a woman. She has headphones on, and I don't think she's praying. You know what? I'll be honest with you. I don't even think she's interfaith. But this is it. You come all the way down here. Look at this bullshit. You ever see a praying? There, hold on. Look at that. Ridiculous. But anyway, there it is. She's hiding. But the best thing I could do is if I took the Zamboni for a ride. But I don't want to get a travel ban. I'm thinking the travel. I'm thinking the lactation station might be way to go. Yeah, I think, Sean, I think you're right. I don't think anyone's figured that one out. I don't think anyone's figured that out. I should just go in there with a glass of milk, come out with a milk mustache. Who would stop me? These bathrooms are closed. But here's Georgia. Georgia, what's going on? What a surprise to see you live this time of the night. Yeah. I'm actually kind of lost now. That walk to get some interfaith wasn't easy. It is quieter this section of the St. Louis airport. Nightmare of a trip. Lisa thinks, and she is, as we know, an expert on lactation, and she's a lactation educator. Yeah, get some cookies out of the vending machine and head there with Michelle. Sounds like a win-win. True. I mean, milk and cookies, and she could be the cover. They don't know, right? I'll sit in one of these rocking chairs for a second. Oh, jeez. Yeah, this travel doesn't get easier as you get older. It doesn't get easier. Sean, if you had one of these, or anyone watching, have you had one of these overnight excursions where you're stranded? Like I said, I've had tons of them during the day, but I don't think I've ever been overnight. I think it was this bad. I went to a hotel. In this case, like I said, a hotel would just mean I'm staying here longer. And that I don't need. I don't need another second here. Bloss comes home tomorrow, and I almost stayed. I probably should have. Let's see. Sean says, if someone come in there, just identify yourself as an infant and say it's your Juneteenth celebration. There are a lot of Juneteenth celebrations going on here in the terminal. I'm not kidding. Some of the gates they have decorated for Juneteenth. Uh, Brenda Stone, first time I discovered you was your interview with Johnny Kelly. Great Johnny Kelly of Typo Negative. I see the green heart. That was a long time ago. That was when no one would come on my show except my friends, and Johnny was nice enough to do it. And yet here we are. Um, we are. I mean, normally you can. I've had airlines screw me. Delta screwed me, cancel flights for no reason. I've had that. In this case, LaGuardia really did shut down due to lightning. The Yankees were in a rain delay, and they still snuck the game in. I wish they would have stuck my flight out, because wish I wasn't here. I haven't shaved in a while. Last thing I wanted to do was sit on camera, but it's 3:24 in St. Louis. Yes, right now it's 3:26. There might be a slight lag on the chat, and there's a few people who walk by and sort of are stranded here as well, not just me. But I see a wheelchair, so wheel myself around. Do these more often. You mean by do these more often? You mean get stranded in airports? I would mind doing a late night show if people watched. I mean, normally 300 people watch at a time. Right now there's 63. So, there are a lot of generous super chatters. So who knows? Maybe it could happen again. I'm really kind of just trying to keep myself awake at this point. And it's also funny that I said I was going to do this charity stream where I was going to do 24 streams in 24 hours. I thought it might be interesting. Like, Sean could host one on his own. Wednesday could host one. And maybe Johnny could do one. And it'd be kind of a fun thing, 24 shows in 24 hours for a good, for a good cause. Hold on. Here's Hannah. Hannah says, I'm so glad you decided to go live, Jason. This is the first time I've been able to catch one. Nice. Well, thank you, Hannah. I thought that too. I thought, well, there's people who watch in other parts of the world, and maybe this is their only chance. Well, I mean, this is not the normal show. Lisa says, I saw someone post a Juneteenth food at work. It was a watermelon red velvet cake, but it wasn't offensive. The food should be red. Yeah. I'm going to bring a watermelon over there and see how I'm embraced here in St. Louis. Wolf777 says it is 128 in Hollywood. Gotcha. Well, it's nice to see where everybody is watching from. And hopefully this could be interesting. Because like I said, it was really a great New York trip, great videos. I made videos that I didn't expect to make. I would start walking and then I go, well, maybe I'll just get a piece of this. And then one day I'll finish that video. There was a lot of that. I've been working on this video about odd couple locations from the TV show. And there's a million spots. Even though they filmed it on a studio, they used to go to New York a lot for exteriors. And they had two apartment buildings. One was on Park Avenue, and the other one was on Central Park West. And Tony Randall actually lived in the building. It's called the San Remo. And anyway, I went out around and I found all of these crazy spots that had never been seen. I hope anyone even cares. I tell Sean a lot, I like his videos sometimes, even if I don't know the movie, because I'm interested in the story of how you find these locations. What do they look like now? So maybe that will be, maybe that'll be some of the interest for people. But so I did that, and it was really, it was, it was a lot of stuff. Poor Michelle, by the way, probably knew a small fraction of the nonsense I was finding. Love your videos, watching from Holland. Greets Marcel. I probably said that wrong, but thank you. And it's nice to know that Holland is awake right now. It's 8:30 in New Zealand, 8:30 p.m. Wish it was 8:30 here, uh, but it is obviously later. I've done these shows before from airports, but never being stuck overnight. So far, we've killed 30 minutes, though, and that is a good thing. Ty Howard, Central Washington State loves this show. I'll be in Washington State. I don't know how central it is, but I'll be there soon, I think. Yeah, officialstephenpearcy.com for dates. And there's new dates being added. I can't really announce it yet, but I hope to meet as many people. And yeah, let's see. This is Steel Wire Music. Hey, bro, hanging there. Hope you get home soon. Yeah, me too. I mean, there's still no guarantee I get out of here. The weather here is good, so I think I have a fair chance of making it out. I am representing New York still, though, even though now in St. Louis against my will. Georgia says it's 2:30 wherever she is. Wherever you are, Georgia, it's 2:30. But yeah, and what did we? Boy, I ate some good food, and I had such a nice time. Hannah, a fan of my Doll's Tea. Look, I can't stay out much longer. I'm running out of clothes. This is the Doll's Tea might be the end of my clean clothes. Patsy Taylor, morning, Jason, from a very warm and sunny England. Wow. When I think of England, I don't think of warm and sunny, but very nice, and I'm glad you're here. And also, look, I can't complain too much. I didn't promote this. I mean, I promoted it 5 minutes before I started. Sometimes disappointments and or delays are often blessings in disguise. I tried to get some blessings, but there was someone else in the chapel, and they were, I don't know. It would have looked odd if I joined them. They looked like they were like these I can't explain it. It was like a woman in like white shorts and like a white bra ish thing. This is a good question. Sean and Jason, have you ever thought of doing a Warriors film locations? I think Sean did do a Warriors film location, but what's funny is Bloss kept saying he wanted me to go to Coney Island with him because he loves the Warriors and he wanted to ride to Coney Island, but it's like an hour to Coney Island and back. And Sean didn't do the video. I'm not sure. If he's here, he'll answer. But so I didn't want to. I didn't want to go out that way. But there's a lot of locations in the neighborhood that I grew up in. Some of those locations are pretty close, Van Cortlandt Park and some of the subways and some in Central Park also. But he kept saying how he wants to get a Warriors jacket, Blas does. A replica one. He bought one on Amazon. And he said it was complete garbage. And I let him know that Sean has one of the real ones. Back to the chapel, I see what's going on there. I think that woman is still in there. And she seemed startled when she saw me. And I think the lactation station would be more reliable than that anyway. Hannah loves the Warriors, another favorite film. Well, definitely a great classic. Let's see here. Well, we're getting there. We're getting there. I mean, Dana Strum told me that the first flight of the day is the most reliable flight. He told me a lot of guys want to stay in and sleep. This is so rude. You're being rude. I'm doing a show here. They're going to confiscate my bag. Thank you. Anything else? I forgot what I was saying. I'm starting to get dementia. Don't use any charger supply that your phone gets hacked. Check out the lactation room. Yeah, maybe I'll check out the lactation room. I'm not using any charger other than my own, and I'm not leaving my bags anywhere but under my eyes. I was going to tell you a good story, but my memory is not what it was. I was fortunate to see my mother and to see my father and my cousin and my uncle and two aunts. It was quite the family get together. You know, when the pandemic happened, no one really wanted to travel, especially to want to go to New York, where it all started, a lot of it. And now it's so nice to see a family again, sort of catch up. My cousin's going to come on the show soon. He was close to his a brother as I had. We grew up in the same building our whole childhood, and he's a filmmaker now. And he made a movie, a documentary about Drew Struzan, who is one of the most famous movie poster artists of all time. Any poster art that looks like a painting that looks like a picture, that's Drew Struzan. Star Wars movies, Back to the Future movies, where he's looking at the white. E.T., a lot of Spielberg, a lot of Lucas. Those are Drew Struzan movies. He made a documentary about him, and it's really a great movie. And then he also made a movie about Floyd Norman, who was the first black Disney animator, and it's another also a very interesting movie. And then he has some new ones in the works that I guess I'm not supposed to say. So, but he'll come on and we'll talk about it. And it's funny. I told him, you remember the time we cut school? And hey, Jason, love your content from Philly. Thank you. I think I'd rather be in Philly. And I said, remember the time we got arrested cutting school? And he went, yeah, that was my fault. I'm sorry. He was very heartfelt. I wasn't even sure he would remember, but we decided to hide in this park. The cops caught us, and yeah, what was I? Oh, there we go. This is Jimbo. Can I just say that your tour diaries are excellent? Thank you, Jimbo. Appreciate that. The tour diaries are so difficult to do, um, and that's why I'm so far behind. You're watching episodes. I mean, I have another year's worth of tour diaries. It's not that they're difficult, although I have to watch what I say and other people say um, in those tour diaries. Um, but there's just so much. And right now, these TV filming locations have gone crazy, and I got to get this All in the Family video out. That could be the next big one. Sanford and Son at 650,000, I think. It's insane. Uh, have you and Wendy, I think that's Wednesday, try the new BK Dragon menu? No, not yet. It's a good question for Sean. I think Sean might have had enough of this, but um, I would try it. I'll try the dragon. It's not made out of real dragon, is it? And this is Richard. Let's waste some time with Almighty Mr. Jason Green. Thank you. Not sure how almighty I am, but I can't even get into the chapel. But I'll take it. Thank you. Um, anyway, so yeah, I started making those location videos, and it was really just because it was something fun for me to do. You know, I like doing it, and then I found out other people liked it, so might as well um, continue, right? But there'll be more tour diaries on the way. Actually, I'm home for a little while and gonna do a fair amount of editing. Also, Michelle edits now as well, so I can work in one room, she works in the other room, and uh, new videos. I hope to put the All in the Family video out on Saturday. It was a little bit more interesting. It had some more surprises than I expected, so we'll aim for that on Saturday, and then on Monday, hopefully, new tour diary. There's some new interviews in the works, and Scott. Spencer. The mayor's here? Bienvenido, willkommen, bienvenue, or dobro došli. Yeah. St. Louis Lambert International Airport in your travel. Fuck you. Today. That's it? Bullshit. Tour diaries without scooters. Yeah, I'm never getting on a scooter again. Scooter days are finished. Um, hmm. The chat moves faster when there's 300 people. And Yeah. All right. This is Josh, and Josh is a channel member. Thank you for that, Josh. Hey, Jason. Looking forward to your interview soon with Bob Daisley. Big fan of work with Gary Moore. Almost all of his interviews are audio. Look, there's no guarantee on that that Bob Daisley interview. It was pitched to me, and supposedly it's going to happen. So no guarantee on that. Uh, are you going to the last Vamp show? I wait till I get these. I am not. No, I am not. Not that interested. I've celebrated my farewell to Vamp. I think Michelle wants to see Loverboy, and so maybe I would go one more to that. But that's it. I said my goodbyes. Are these announcements just to keep people awake? Maybe. I mean, maybe. Most people who are here, I mean, there's a few people I see. I mean, like, look, these gates are mostly empty. There's a few people sitting, talking quietly, but for the most part, everyone is on the floor asleep, or sort of hiding, or maybe they're in the lactation station. I don't know, but I do know that if I can stay up here for another hour, if you guys really want to see all this quality entertainment, then I'll be closer to getting on my flight to Las Vegas. I'm supposed to get to Las Vegas with the time change at about 8 o'clock in the morning. I don't think I have any plans this weekend. Any new upcoming interviews? Are you close to getting the Bach interview? I think I could get the Bach interview now anytime I ask. I like Sebastian. I defend him. I see these assholes online. They bash him. He's one of the last of the great 80s rock singers, and he's a personality, but I think he would do it. I'm waiting for the right opportunity, but I've seen enough of him, and we talk, and anyway, so I think he's, thank you, Anna. So I think it can happen. Mike Tramp is coming soon. There's a few others, but sometimes I don't like to save them in case they don't happen. Jason, are you going to go see Kiss Army Storms Vegas? Possibly. I know the tickets are available, plenty of them. I don't know yet. We'll see. It's either, I don't know if Eric Singer will be there, right? Sebastian is cool. He is awesome. He was cool on the Monsters Cruise. I mean, sometimes you get people in good moods, sometimes you get people in bad moods, but yeah, Loverboy tickets. Look, I mean, I'm not paying, but yeah, things can be expensive. I get it. I get it. Could be worse. You could be stuck in Missouri. 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 Don't people have some stupid way of saying it? It's Missouri. Jeff says, "Stay on." So like, well, Jeff, you supported the show. You funded it. You were like a sponsorship. I'll tell you what I know about St. Louis. One, if you ask Clark Griswold if you can go up to the top of the arch, he'd say no. I know that. And then I know that most famous person from St. Louis is Fred Sanford. Fred Sanford is from St. Louis. You big dummy. So that's all I know. That is all. That's it. Is there anything else I need to know? I can tell you who the most famous baseball player in St. Louis history was. Stan the Man Musial. I think that's right. This is The Power of Chris Compels You. That's a good name. Not everyone has a good name with that. Just got here. What in the name of Osaka Akkad is going on at the airport? Unfortunately, nothing. Thank you, Chris. Yeah, nothing. And you should have seen the chapel. I couldn't really get in. I wanted to, but this one woman in kind of undergarments is supporting the chapel. And when you go into the chapel, by the way, there's like a sign-in book. I don't really know what it was about. There was a piece of paper and like a ballpoint pen. And I don't know. Like, who are you signing in for? The big guy? Um, I don't know. Bo G saying, I kind of want to see Scorpions of Vegas and Sting at some point. I need to see Sting. I haven't gone to that residency. I got to go. The Scorpions I saw last time was very good. They keep putting things off. Who knows? What's more likely to happen, Motley Crue residency or Scorpions, right? Sebastian Bach filled in for Vince Neil. He couldn't make that show, and Sebastian Bach played Dr. Phil. He played Shout Out the Devil as a tribute. Guess they want to keep count of how many visitors visit the chapel. I mean, maybe. I mean, under normal circumstances, I would have strolled right in, but in the middle of the night, I didn't think it would be appropriate. And again, she was in some kind of garment. I don't know. She's going to stay there for the night. And then I don't know if she was harboring others in there. You know what I mean? She might have had. I couldn't completely see. And I mean, I should have went in and said, "You bitches praying in here?" You know, yeah. You got room for a half a Jew? You know, but I don't know. I don't know how that would have went. Theory is that maybe Bass. I'm very tired. Maybe Sebastian made the show better. I think that was probably the case, yes. I think a lot of people felt that way. All right, Steelwire Music. I see you've had enough of this exciting, thrilling show. Stay safe and have a great weekend. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I'm not used to doing the show like this, so it looks a little bit. This is different for me, and nobody likes the way they look. If it was up to me, I would never be on camera. I was trying to. I like these location videos because I don't have to be in them. Sean Clark is the one who pointed out to me that too many people film themselves more than the thing you're there to see. And he's not wrong. What does this do? I'm pushing a new button. It says show comments on stage. Somebody comments, and let's see if your comment appears on the screen. Let's try that. Oh, look at that. This is in beta mode. This is commenting on screen. And people at home can see all of your comments. So you better make it count. You better make it count. Look at that. This is the most interactive show ever. It's so boring. I can't tell you how bored I am right now. I'm hoping Michelle went to sleep. Hoping. Because she's not in the chat, so maybe. Let's see. 3M and no BJs. I don't know if St. Louis is a big BJ town. I mean, I haven't gotten one here. Oh, good news for all you Michelle fans. Bad news for Michelle. Still awake. There's a guy behind where Michelle and I set up our base camp, and he was kind of making a racket. He was building a tent on the floor behind some wheelchairs, but he must be watching something because every now and then he laughs, and he has a laugh like this. You know, it's more of a big. I better not. Anyway, Mike Crawford is getting tickets today for Ace, Great White, and Quiet Riot at the Allentown Fairgrounds in Allentown, Pennsylvania. When will we be getting a refund? You'll have a great time. You're going to have such a good time. Anyway, and thank you for being a channel member, Mike Crawford. Michael Crawford, wasn't he the Phantom of the Opera? Anyway. 69 viewers. Your hoodie could have spooked her. She thought you might be the Reaper. That's true. She might have thought this is it. The jig is up, all this church bullshit, and now he's finally coming to get me. That is true. Uh, I'll tell you that as far as the cracker persuasion goes, I am probably one of few, except for this person sleeping on the floor. Not a lot of crackers here. Uh, uh, as far as Juneteenth celebration goes, I would be the minority. Um, Georgia. Uh, Sorry to hear that you're stranded, but I'm glad you cycled out. Yes, thank you. I tell you what, I also thought, well, maybe there's somewhere I can go and do something. St. Louis ain't the place, you know. I also don't know anybody here. Uh, yeah, so like I said, it's just do my time. It's surprising. And listen, Michelle and I get along incredibly well, better than most people should. Um, this is a long time to be in each other's face constantly. We've been inseparable. But no, it's a lot, small spaces. And hotel rooms in New York City are very small also. And um, the fact that we haven't killed each other is impressive. I want to talk a little bit about lounges in airports. They're not open now, by the way. They should be. Lounge should always be open. But they have these lounges. And if you have like a super duper credit card, I just have one because of our agency. I ain't got no money or super credit cards. But anyway, I can get in, fly a lot. I can get in to the lounge. But they serve the absolute worst food. A lot of places try to be artsy, right? Or like fancy. So like they had some kind of like curry chicken thighs. Who wants that? Who wants curry chicken thighs? And then eggplant and uh, uh, she might be going to the chapel. Might be going to the chapel. Um, and then just all the food was bullshit. And you should have no chapel. She's trying to get into a closed bathroom. She went around and said closed. She wasn't taking that no for an answer. Anyway, a little bit of chicken, maybe some beef, and then like a vegetarian dish. That's it. That's all you need. You don't need all this bullshit. And why be artsy? Most people can't eat it. Don't even, the people in these things, they're not always the most sophisticated. Just give them something basic. Have a soup, have chicken soup. We don't need a cream of squash. You know what I mean? So all day I'm in there and it stinks. So I had a hot dog at the Shake Shack. I told this story on my Instagram. The people at the Shake Shack didn't speak English. Okay, what are you going to do? So I told Michelle, maybe I should have given them a name that stands out, like Brutus or Julius or Hitler, Trump, something that they would know. Because however they said Jason was not how you say it. You bitches better get out of that chapel. Um, so I had that, and then we had some pizza. Even New York pizza at an airport isn't bad. And then they had they had a juniors in the airport, which is great. I recommend it if you like deli food, like pastrami, and not you. Sorry, people get nosy around here now. I'm getting all up in my business. I'm an influencer, not them. Um, anyway, but we didn't have it. We like this thing called Dr. Brown's sodas. We're very big fans of the Dr. Brown's soda. You can get black cherry, you can get cream soda, you can get the celery soda. I've never had the celery soda. These people like piling in like they just got here, but there's no security, so maybe they were just hiding in another spot. Trying to see if this is the chapel person. Maybe we can go in. Second. I don't know. It's just hard to tell with the clothes. It might be. It might be. This could be our shot. You guys want to pray? This could be our shot. I think this is the phony. I guess everything in front of me. Let me. Yeah, celery soda doesn't sound good, but I think it might be. It might be all right. See how this is. I should at least sign in. Son of Saint. I'm hoping people like seeing the comments on the screen like this. I don't think I'm going to do it regularly. By the way, 75 people have joined us. I think I don't think I'll do it regularly because I think most people watch these things in the replays. And I'll be honest, this show is probably just a treat for those who tuned in. I don't think I'm going to keep this one up. Probably delete it. I can't stand the way I look. It doesn't seem. You get what I'm saying. But I'm going to try. The plan was to do a live show on Friday, tonight, later. And we'll see if I can do that and then really remember some of the stuff that we did. Anne is concerned about how early it is. Yeah. Well, thank you, Tina. Everyone being nice, but airport food is not always like gas station sushi. Sometimes the airport food isn't bad. I'm gonna check out this chapel. I'm gonna put my glasses on. It looks more God-fearing. I think I'm going in. Take a look. I could hold my own mask. Oh, they have autographed pictures. Look at that. I think that's signed by Charles Lindenheimer. All right. Well, anyway, you guys are here just in time. Bow your heads as I begin the service. So you got this over here. I don't know what this is. Maybe some of you God-fearing folks know what this is. I think this is where you swipe your credit card, and then this is where people put their name and address. They'll send a bill. I'll put a name in a second if I can think of one. Here's a picture of TWA. It's a very holy room. By the way, you guys tell me what name you want me to put. I'll do it. You guys vote, but let's do it quick because I don't want to stay in here. My skin's already starting to burn. I'm in the chapel and nobody's commenting. No one's even excited to be here. Start, but Satan's a good one, but I don't want to be too. I like to be a little bit more obscure. Peter goes in, yeah. I mean, let's do Clark W. Griswold. Not giving them my address though. What do you want my address for? We like to send a mailer. There you go. Hopefully you can see that. Clark W. Griswold, Chicago, Illinois. I'm not going to cap the pen, but I am going to get out of here before the lightning strikes. Lightning's already screwed me once today when I missed my flight. Enjoying the tour diaries. Currently on episode 55. Matt touched a jellyfish, and you visited. What am I saying here? Edgar Allan Poe and his cousin. That was a good episode. No one really watched that one. Nobody really liked that one. Yeah, 1313 Mockingbird Lane would have been a good one. I appreciate you guys watching. Wednesday 13 would have been good. Martha's right. Felix Unger would have been good. Those are all good ones. Yeah. So should I just waste some time with Jason Green? Yeah, maybe. Maybe. I think we're on a slight delay. Suzanne says it's great to see me. Well, I mean, I wish I felt like it was great to be seen. There are more people appearing suddenly. My flight leaves at 6:15 and probably board around 5:45. I was saying, yeah, Damien Karras is good. I was saying earlier that, I was saying, give me a sign. I was saying earlier that, it's going already. Yo, Dana Strum told me, you want to get on the first flight of the day because the first flight is least likely to be delayed. I know people are going to sleep in like teenagers, but got to get on that first flight. And for the most part, he's right. Here's a cup of substance. Anyway, so hopefully the first flight takes off. Weather here is fine. It's hot, humid. We've been talking for an hour. But 87 people are watching. It was the chapel that brought in the viewers. Everyone wanted to see me in the chapel. A few super chats. I'll be in the lactation chamber of solitude. I'm in a big Superman mood. You guys think? You guys think that the new Superman movie is going to be any good? My old friend James Gunn. It was James Gunn going to ruin Superman. He's got a dog in it, Super Dog. That's from the comic books. I mean, it could be okay, right? I mean, I don't know. I want Superman back. And James Gunn got rid of Henry Cavill. I didn't really like Henry Cavill personally. I mean, I thought he looked okay. I didn't like the suit. My cousin made the point that the movie looks, everything's been dark with superheroes. I want some bright colors again. Martha says she thinks it's going to be good. I'm hoping so. I'm I'm rooting for James and I'm rooting for Superman. When I get home, I bought these new his and hers, or hers and hers, whatever you want, recliners, and I'm going to recline and I'm going to relive the Superman movies. Definitely going to watch one and two. I'm talking about 1978, 1980. Maybe I'll watch Superman 3. I haven't seen it in a long time. It was terrible, Richard Pryor. But I might try it. And you know what? I might, if I'm feeling frisky, I might watch Superman 4, uh, Quest for Peace. And that's really bad. But I might. And then I'm thinking about doing some George Reeves shows. They got a Superman popcorn bucket that's shaped like a dog bowl. I might have to get that. I don't know. This is Stephen Michaels. Dude, sucks. You see, you're still trying to go home. I saw some pics from the week. It rains every day in New York now. It's the rain is constant. I lived in New York. It wasn't like that before. I don't know. Still need to see a new Karate Kid movie. Work the night shift. Don't get out much. New Karate Kid movie was pretty good. Clown in the Cornfield. I don't know what that is. Sean is the movie expert, and he is not. I think he's had enough of this shit. I think he went to sleep. Can't say I blame him. I wish I was. I just know if I went to sleep on the floor, I'd wake up worse. I'd wake up worse feeling, and I don't know. Elise is excited for 28 years later. Really love 28 days later. I don't think I ever watched any of those. It's probably too many days later for me to start. Um, but yeah, I mean, listen, I like going. Oh, I'm going to go see Megan 2. I think. I think I got a hookup for Megan 2, a screening, if you will. I think I'm going to do that. Yes, the Yankees finally won. That was a nightmare. I was going to go to the Yankee game. Had they played a little better, I probably would have went to the game. today and stayed an extra night, and that would have had that happen. We'll turn these comments off. Had had that happened, I would have averted all of this crises, if you will. There's people kind of appearing. So I mean, I don't know. They opened security again at 4. One guy saw me looking at the pizza machine booth, which was really stupid, and he told me at 3:30 some of the Starbucks uh, uh, comes around. Seago, the guitarist, says 100%. You sleep on the floor, you wake up tired, angry because your back is broken now too. Absolutely. What is going to be the new rock club in Vegas now that Vamped is done? I don't know. I don't think we're going to have one. I think the hair metal bands, as some people call them, I think will go play in casinos. The smaller ones, like your Pretty Boy Floyd's, I don't know. There's a place on uh, Fremont Street. I mean, I think it's the end of an era. The end of an era. All right, you guys got to keep me awake with some questions and comments. I'm nearsighted, so I have to wear my glasses if I'm looking far away. But to sit here and read your comments, I have to take my glasses off. I've never worn contacts before. A little bit about my eyes, since people are worried. And I apologize, I'm unshaven, and also the bags under my eyes. Jeff Down is up. He's so generous, and definitely, everyone who supports makes me want to just keep doing it. But put towards your own fortress solitude, this stream really means a lot to me. Well, thank you, Jeff. I appreciate it. I try not to get too serious on this show because it's really meant to be fun. But now you guys got good questions. But so many people tell me that this show offers a distraction, and I get it because life can suck sometimes. And, that's why I'm ready to do 24 hours. That'll be my therapy for me. New York Dolls or Dead Boys? This is such a tough question, and it's really based on what you like. People would be mad if I said Dead Boys. Dead Boys had cooler hard punk songs, and Dolls was an innovator in glam. Both very important. I would be probably more likely to listen to Dead Boys than Dolls, at least at this point in my life. But take with that what you will. You're from Cooperstown. Any plans to do the Baseball of Fame? I went to the Baseball Hall of Fame once on a school trip, and I've wanted to go back. And I'm still wanting to go back. And actually, when I was looking with the route from Buffalo to New York, I thought maybe we could sneak in the Hall of Fame, but it was not meant to be. Maybe another time. There's people showing up. I don't know where they're coming from. Maybe other flights have landed. But suddenly, this terminal has a few more people in it. So does the stream. 81 people watching me at 4:09 in the AM. Now, I'm going to have to get a medical pre-board as soon as somebody's at the gate because I got a really bad... I have A-list preferred, meaning I should be preferred and first on the plane. But because they screwed me and changed it, they gave me C. C is for cookie. And I ain't going for that. That's bullshit. So instead, I'm going to tell them about the medical pre-board. I don't think you want to be in this, do you?
Just commenting to tell you the gate agent's here now.
Oh, good. I got to tell them about the medical pre-board. Should I do it on the show? I mean, the people, well, I want to get them before anyone else. Well, we'll get out of here in a minute. I think I've done enough, right? Yeah, Michelle said you guys are over it. Anyway, so I got to make sure I don't end up on the C list. Have you been to Universal Horror in Vegas yet? It's not open yet, opening very soon. I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited. I will be there. Oh, Michelle said, I said, look, I got to go make sure that they give me a better. Have you been to the Three Stooges Museum? Don't even know about it. Don't know where it is. That sounds amazing. I would go in 2 seconds. Send me information. Thank you guys for hanging out with me for a little while. I'm going to delete this later. I'm going to keep it up for the morning, but then it's gone. I appreciate the super chats, and you guys bought me breakfast, and Michelle as well, of course. Thank you for all the kind wishes. Let me just put this on. You're all saying such nice stuff. But I have to now, when I tell them that I need the medical pre-board, I'm going to do the Kaiser Sose walk like this, because diabetes gives me a limp. Anyway, I appreciate you, 85, all 85 of you, and people. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. I'm glad you guys like this. Hopefully, we can do more fun things. If I didn't feel so shitty, I would have started earlier. It's the last second. I go, why don't I just do this? Entertain and you paid my bills, airport bills. Anyway, thank you so much, everybody. I don't know how to get out of this. We'll go like this, and I'll see you probably tonight. Tune in. I'll try to be up at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Thank you for watching.